builds going into season 10. All right, the things I really love about season 10. Let me just give a brief overview about my thoughts about season 10 before we even get into the builds. First things first, dude, I love it. I love it. I love so many things about what they did because it's made top lane an actual physical lane. Season 9, it was rough. Very, very rough. Every time I did unranked 2 challengers, I would literally get to diamond, just kind of limping into diamond with like a 76, 77% win rate. And that's just, God, it's rough because in past seasons, I could get 90% like it was no problem. And I felt like top lane impact was very much lacking last season. You know, if you didn't play Jax, hey, you were just basically trolling out of top laners. So there's that when it comes out of that one. Currently right now, I'm actually doing a series on my stream on Facebook. If you haven't checked that out, guys, check the description down below, which I just now finished that stream right before we started this up. But anyways, if you guys have been watching, I'm actually doing currently an Unranked Challenger series on that Facebook stream. And I think right now, we're doing a duo. I'm doing a little differently this time. I'm doing a duo with my roommate. And my roommate is currently, I believe he ended season 9 around plat 4. But like I said, he has had stints of being in diamond in the past. But we're just doing and see what we can do. And currently right now, we are playing versus plat 1 players. We're playing with plat 1 players with a 92% win rate. 92% win rate. And remember, my roommate he ended last season plat 4. So the fact that we're able to have this crazy win rate shows you that difference of a top lane just impact there is. So it's just really crazy how well we're doing. And I really think that if I do something like this solo, hey, why can't I have like 100% win at the diamond and possibly beyond that? Because that's how big of an impact top lane has made so far going into, you know, season 10. Things that they have changed that's made top lane so impactful, and especially my style of play, that I think you're going to see me climb the ladder really, really high this season if they don't at least nerf this style of play. But I love proxying. I love taking objectives after objectives. And there was a major change that I didn't even really notice at first. But now I'm starting to really notice it as I do my style of play. But they took out jungle catch-up experience. Yeah, so pretty much if you guys, let's say a jungler got invaded a lot or whatever, they're anything they killed like camp-wise, get a lot of extra experience to get back in the game. Well, it took that out completely. So invading, taking objectives, it is actually just so disgusting. So as a top laner, all you got to do is play kind of like you're a second jungler and just harass their jungler constantly, and you win games. You legit win games. Their jungler is either going to A, be completely useless, B, tilt off the face of the earth, or C, probably Tyler won it down mid, all right, run it down mid, something like that. So it's pretty insane. And I will go over that very soon in another video. Very, very soon. I'll try to get that out there ASAP, possibly even like tomorrow, how this video is released. But yeah, it's just insane, the impact that this role is taking on. And heck, I might try to make one for a YouTube series showing you guys how good it can be. But anyways, let's get back to the important things of this video, which is you know, the build that I'm running going into 10. All right, so I've heard a lot of things on Discord, Reddit, just saying RENEKTON'S gutted, he's terrible, there's nothing to build on him, he's just a really bad champion. Listen, he's not. I think RENEKTON, out of all the bruisers, possibly is the best bruiser in season 10 currently right now. No joke. All right. I think it's really big to have priority in lanes right now, which RENEKTON gets priority almost every matchup, at least at some point in the lane. And I think it's very big on a champion that has a lot of wave clear. RENEKTON has probably the best wave clear, or at least one of the best wave clears in the entire game. Literally, all you do is Tiamat Q a wave, the wave's gone. And you can just constantly roam and make plays across the map, which is huge for this season. And this build emphasizes that very heavily. Again, I've been trying out so many games. I've played probably so far going to season 10. Again, the season 10 came out, maybe, gosh, like a week ago, week and a half. I have definitely played over 100 games. Already over 100 games because I've really enjoyed myself during this season, like so much. And there's definitely a clear, distinct build that I love the most. And the reason why these items feel so great on RENEKTON, I will go over, you know, let's go over it right now. Let's get into it and talk about why these items are so crucial and why they're so good on RENEKTON as a whole. All right, so first things first that I am currently building on RENEKTON is, you know, I'm literally rushing this item. I'm still starting longsword, refillable, or longsword 3-pot, doesn't matter. I just need that T-Max. It's so incredibly vital to get this item. Tiamat, it gives you that wave clear potential. And again, I feel like this season, especially just as soon as you possibly can, get that wave clear. Freezing is not an option. Okay, you want to harass their jungler the entire game. Their top laner, in my opinion, is irrelevant. He's irrelevant. Clear the wave, go harass their jungler. Clear the wave, go harass him some more. Do not stop harassing him. Take all of the camps. Riot also made a change. Okay, another change. Again, I'm getting a little bit off topic here. Well, it is about Season 10. It's not too off topic. But Riot did make a change to where basically, if you guys haven't noticed in your Season 10 games, enemy jungle camps and your jungle camps, if you just walk near them, will give you the exact timer. Again, it'll start going silver, it'll go like silver, they'll turn gold, and then boom, it pops up that the camp is there. So you know exactly what time the camp is spawning. So it's so easy to know, oh, their camp spawns here, their jungler's be pathing here. Okay, let's destroy him right there. Or even take that camp so our jungler comes by, it's gone. It makes it so easy. It's kind of like, it's kind of just like, just simple, man. It's common. They made the game really easy for people to track things. Like, it's so incredibly easy. You don't have to do it yourself. So definitely use that and definitely harass. And Tiamat is a vital item to get on Renekton. It's not even like just about the animation cancels. No, it's just you need this item to get that clear going and constantly just not only proxy, but just take camp after camp after camp. All right, the next item that I'm getting every single game, and it doesn't matter who I'm blending up versus, Yumu's Ghostblade. I was already in Season 9. If you guys ever keep my builds back then, it was literally Spear Sojin Yumu's or Yumu's Spear Sojin. But that was typically my build path for most games, was going either one of those items. Listen, Spear Sojin's gone, Yumu's is not. I've always been a clear-cut person when it comes down to constantly trying to apply pressure around the map. Because if you're just sitting there, guess what you're doing? You're pretty much letting that coin flip. You know, your bot lane lose the game for you, your jungle lose the game for you. Hey, we don't want that. We don't want that. All we want to do is make sure we have a chance to impact this game. And that's what Yumu's allows you to do, because it gives you a lot of lethality for that burst potential. And then it really gives you a ton of movement speed, man. Just like in combat, you can proc the active. Out of combat, it gives you just movement speed across to go to mid lane gank, or possibly their jungler's pathing somewhere and you get there faster. You got that Yumu's 40 movement speed out of combat boost. You can catch him. You can definitely catch him, run him down, and definitely pop him. Okay, because in early game, junglers are not very tanky. And especially this season, junglers are kind of under-leveled. So Yumu's very much destroys a jungler and typically one-shots them with a full Renekton combo. Okay, so Yumu's, in my opinion, is a vital item. If you haven't been using Yumu's, I suggest starting to get used to it. Okay, it's a very good item, at least currently going into Season 10. All right, so that is the first item I'm getting. I don't think that surprises too many people. Now, the second item I'm getting, guys, is the Black Cleaver. All right, so again, OG Renekton mains are probably thanking RTO. That's literally the season, pretty much anything before Spear Sojin existed. This was the path you went. Hey, that's somewhat true. Before I started playing Renekton, this is pretty much the path that I loved going, before Spear Sojin existed. And obviously reasons why, man. It gives you CDR and all these items. It gives you armor shred in multiple sources. And especially now that Conquer does not have true damage. So I think getting some kind of armor penetration is just so vital. So I do prioritize a lot of armor penetration on my Renekton builds. It's very vital because, like I said, Conquer is sometimes not a damage rune. It just doesn't do armor pen. It doesn't give you true damage. It doesn't give you that stuff. So you need to amp that up. Using Conquer in itself, back in Season 9, it gave you true damage. So it was actually lost value for getting lethality and armor pen items. Now you only get so much more value out of it because Conquer good deals. It gives you healing based off how much damage you do. And all armor pen is doing is making your damage that much more insane. So just keep that in mind. All right, so went over those two basic items. Again, it gives you 30% CDR. I'm very big on getting that 40%. And this next item is a brand new item in the game that I don't think is getting enough love. Because everyone keeps talking about Sanguine Blade, Sanguine Blade, Sanguine Blade. Listen, this item is not Sanguine Blade, and I think it's so much better. I think it's actually broken. I think it's literally probably the most broken new item that came in the game. And that item is the Umbral Glaive. All right, the Umbral Glaive. I think I've talked about this in the past a little bit, how good this item could be. I think it's even better than what I thought it was going to be. I think it's actually even better than I thought it would be. For one, super cheap. All right, I feel like Renekton's really big on trying to get that CDR cap. This item gives you that cap for a very, very cheap price. And 2,400 gold. 2,400 gold. That's it. A 2,400 gold vitality item. I was saying for a long time how ADCs have these crit items that cost 2,600 gold and 2,500 gold. And I'm just like, why are their items 25, 26, and all my items are literally 29 for the lethality items and then 3,000 plus for any other item I want in the game? I was getting obviously kind of upset with that. And so I think Riot Games took that into account and said, all right, I think you're right. I think we need some cheaper items for some of these, bruiser, assassin kind of champions. And Umbral Glaive is that item. All right. So it's super cheap. Right? That's one of the pros for it. Now, there's one more pro that makes this item broken. It's not even the fact that it's cheap. All right. It's the blackout passive. Okay. This blackout passive is nuts. All right. It's similar to Dustblade passive. Season 9, Season 8 Dustblade passive, where it kind of gives you vision of wards that you can just kill pretty fast. All right. So I can't stress how disgusting this is, but I'm going to try my best to make it out for you guys. All right. So the blackout passive, let's just read it real quick out loud so you guys can fully understand. When spotted by an enemy ward, reveals traps and disables wards around you for 8 seconds. It only has a 45-second cooldown. Basic attacks instantly can kill revealed traps and do triple damage to wards. All right. So you might be thinking, well, it's like the Dustblade, but you don't have that extra damage at the end. Lethality's not that much. It's only 2,400 gold, but 50 AD, it's not too much stats. Guys, really the 50 attack damage, 10% CR12 lethality is almost equal out value. Really, it's really darn close to 2,400 gold anyways. That blackout passive is probably the most broken part about it. All right. For one, it feels like it's always up. Every time I'm in their jungle, I see it proc and I kill ward. And then literally, it's up for 8 seconds. So if it's up for 8 seconds with a 45-second cooldown, there is maybe a 37-second window. There is only a 37-second window where it's not actually active. And usually that time, that 8 seconds, you have time to go through their entire jungle, kill every ward, walk out, maybe go kill Scuttercrab, maybe even back. And guess what? The time you get back top lane, go back in there, it's back up again. All right, it's ready to go. It's ready to kill wards. All right. Now, how it kills wards is what's another really insane aspect. Okay, the fact that it does triple damage to wards. Guys, how much? Just a normal ward on the ground. How much health does this have? No, I know this. It's actually 3 boxes. It's 3 life bars. So all I gotta do is hit it 3 times. Or an empowered Debbie or something like that to actually proc it. Umbral Glaive does triple damage to wards. So if they put a ward down, you just hit it once, it's dead. All right. That is nice. That is very, very nice going to jungle camps, especially when they put a ward down. You see it, Umbral Glaive procs, you auto, it's gone. They lose vision completely. All right. What it's amazing at, what it's just fantastic at, and this passive never ends by the way. Okay, this passive is always up. This is not a cooldown passive. If they have a stealth ward or anything like that, it's always ready to go. So if you have any kind of vision on it, and you have Umbral Glaive, you're doing 3 times damage to that ward no matter what. Okay, there's no cooldown to that. Where it's disgusting at is in the Baron Pit, and this is why you want to get it about 3rd item. Because around 3rd item, we're looking at maybe 20, 24 minutes. Around that point in the game, especially how cheap this item is, you might be able to get this item even earlier than that, possibly. What spawns at 20 minutes? The Baron. The Baron spawns at 20 minutes. So when the Baron spawns at 20 minutes and you say, hey, let's go kill that Baron, what are the enemy always going to try to do? Try to place wards in that, in the pit itself to try to get vision of what's going on. Well, guess what? If you have Umbral Glaive, they put it down. Even if this active is not procced, there's still about a 2-second window before the ward actually goes invisible. If they put it down, all you have to do is just auto the ward. It dies instantly. Oh, they put another one down, auto the ward. It goes down instantly. They can never put vision the Baron Pit because you keep on killing it literally instantly as it puts up on there on the ground itself. No, you don't have to empower W every single time. So just off that alone, the vision aspect is just nuts because you kill wards constantly. And by the way, when you kill a ward, and this is why I say about pink wards all the time, why I don't really buy them, like ever, is because when you kill a ward, you get experience. You get experience and you get gold. Works the exact same way. When you kill a ward, guys, you're getting money, you're getting experience every single time. And obviously having that constant vision control is going to just change the entire landscape of the game itself. So I personally think this item needs to be either cost a lot more, possibly 2,700 gold, or I don't know. It's just really hard to balance. This passive is just really nuts. Blackout is a pretty nutty passive. think I've gone over pretty much everything with the item itself, but yeah, it's just pretty nuts. And so I do think you guys should definitely look into trying to get this every chance you get so far until at least they nerf it or something. All right. These are the 3 items you always look for getting the core for Renekton. Afterwards, you can start getting more, just depends on the situation. You know, do you need magic resist? Okay, maybe get a, maybe get a maul, maybe get a spirit visage, something like that. Do you need more attack damage? Okay. Maybe go and grab yourself, a Edge of Night, which I think is really good too. Do you want to go more of the Sanguine Blade route? You could. But see, I'm one of the few Renekton mains that I'm not really on that Sanguine Blade hype. I'm really not. They actually even hotfixed it too and made the price even more expensive. It says 3,000 here, but in game it's 3,100 now. Yes, it's a great item. It is a great item. But the reason why I'm not a big fan of it on Renekton, before I get into the 4th item that I really like getting, is because the item itself, again, it costs 3,100 gold now. Again, they hotfixed it, so that's why it's showing here, but in game it is. The stats it gives you, though. 50 attack damage, 15% lifesteal, 10 lethality. All right, that's the base stats that it gives you. All right, look at like Umbral Glaive. 2,400 gold item. Okay, well, it's not popping up for some reason. 50 attack damage, 10% CDR, 12 lethality. So you tell me, what would you rather have on Renekton? An item that gives you 50 AD, 15% lifesteal, 10 lethality, or an item that gives you actual CDR, an item that gives you CDR and it gives you 12 lethality. Well, that's not popping up. Well, anyways, regardless, it gives you 12 lethality, so even more lethality Sanguine Blade. It gives you CDR, which obviously completes your set in the first place, your 40% CDR cap, and then it gives you the same exact attack damage. But I get it. Again, that's like another 700 gold to get that kind of value. The reason why I emphasize on that and not the Sanguine Blade passive itself, which, dude, why is it not popping up? 1 second. Wow, I'm sorry about that. But the unique passive Blood Pursuit. All right, that's what it is. Why I'm not emphasizing on this, because this passive doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work if another champion goes by. So in 1v1s, which I think Renekton's already very strong into in the first place, it obviously has that proc. If there's 1 or less champions around, it has that proc always going. That's not where our issues even rely, boys. We're the kind of champion that we want the enemy to come by. We want that second jungler to come by because we know we can turn the fight from a 1v1 and actually win like 1v2 fights because of how our kit is designed, where we can heal off the enemy guy trying to gank me or possibly even outplay them and burst down that really weak target. So Sanguine passive only works in 1v1s, which I think we're already pretty darn good into regardless. So I don't think we need to put more value into that anyways. And on the fact that the jungler comes by, I just lose that passive altogether. So I pretty much lose about 1,000 gold worth of value because I put a lot more value in these stats already, the 50 attack damage, 10% CDR, 12 lethality, than I do for a 50 attack damage, 10 lethality, 15% lifesteal. I just put a lot more value into the Umbral Glaive regardless. And maybe that's just a personal preference, but I mean, Renekton already has a lot of sustain as it is. Do I really need an item that works off of healing auto attacks? I really don't, because that's what it works off of. My Q is going to heal me enough. The Conquer proc's going to heal me enough. I'm fine. Okay, I don't need that. But dude, that passive is really nice though. Whenever it does proc, it is a lot of extra damage. And it's probably even better for like, if you're just strictly just split pushing and taking turrets. Okay, it could be really good in that situation. But I mean, it's 3,100 gold when I get a 2,400 gold item, which is a lot cheaper. And it actually gives my CDR cap. Could I get this 4th item in this build? Oh yeah, you definitely could. But at 4th item in the game, I mean, at that point, we're trying to find a way to be able to team fight, to be able to do certain things, because guys do tend to get really tanky in season 10. So that's why I like to get different kind of items instead, to be more team reliance. All right. The item that I'm really liking a lot right now, and again, this one's still subject to change, but I do like it a lot, is the Edge of Night. All right. I actually brought up earlier, didn't mean to say that, but Edge of Night is pretty nuts as well in its own right. All right. They actually changed this item too. If you don't remember what it was in season 9, it actually cost 3,000 gold. I think it gave around the same attack damage, a lot less health, and pretty much the spell shield, you had to activate the spell shield for the fight. All right. That's where this Edge of Night's different. Okay. It costs less than what it did in season 9. It gives more health. It does have a little less lethality, so trying to go more of a defensive route with it. But the defensive side of things are pretty disgusting. And it's really good for guys who typically aren't not good at casting actives. All right. So the passive now, what it does is it grants you a spell shield that blocks the next enemy ability. Okay. What that means is, boys, if they throw any ability, like say you're just walking a bush, you face check a bush, and someone just happens to be like, oh crap. Well, guess what? If you have this right here, you block off that possible stun. You block off that initial possible burst of damage, or at least just one of the spells you just instantly block off even though you weren't ready for it to begin with. So it gives you that defensive aspect, as in if you walk into a bush face check, or if you just want to engage in a team fight. It actually gives you some kind of an engaged potential because you can flash in there and try to make a combo, and that first CC, possibly Lissandra ulti, completely negated. You know, you're not getting ulted by that, or Mal's ulti, possibly negated. So you always have that spell shield up. And the really cool thing about it is, guys, the shield is very quickly to come back. Once the shield actually is procced and someone actually processes a spell or whatever, the shield refreshes after no damage taken from any champions for 40 seconds. All you got to do is you go in for a fight, and it's usually a later game item anyways. That's why I'm suggesting it 4th item, because you're typically not fighting champions every second like in landing phase. Because again, by 30 minutes in the game, you know, it says this shield refresh of no damage taken from enemy champions for 40 seconds. You typically have a fight. What happens is you're back, you reset, you come out of base. By that point, it's ready to go again. All right. So in defensive purposes, very, very good. For offensive purposes, very, very good. It's just a very clean item for 2,900 gold. Again, 325 health for a lethality item. Yeah, sign me up. And again, at this point in the game, we really don't need CDR. We're already capped out of CDR, so it feels really, really good. But like I said, it's still a situational item. If they obviously have a lot of, you know, AD champions, hey, maybe want to get a GA. You know, if they have a lot of AP champions, possibly go that Maul route. But if they're kind of like equal on both sides and you don't feel like you need a lot of resistances, then Edge of Night is a very, very good item. And I've been spamming this build. Like I said, me and my roommate, my Plat 4 roommates, Plat 4, we have a 92% win rate and we're playing with Plat 1s. Plat 1s already. Tomorrow, like I said, I'll be playing tomorrow on live stream and we start playing with diamonds and stuff. Let's see how well we do there. And trust me, my roommate, like I said, he's starting to struggle a little bit because, like I said, the rank is starting to really skyrocket. So I'm having to care. I'm at the, you know, I'm at to play much, much better. But like this build has got me a 92% win rate so far. So what could it do if I'm doing it solo? You know what I'm saying? And this is really the build path. That last item, you know, probably get a Ravenous Hydra. Titanic really depends on the situation of the team itself. But that really is the ideal build that I love going into Season 10. You might be wondering, though, RTO, you know, what are your runes? Like, what are you actually running rune-wise? This is what I've been doing. And I'm still, like, this is something I'm still testing out. So don't quote me on some of these things. But right now, this is kind of what I'm looking at a lot of right now. Going a little bit at Conquer, Triumph, Legends Tenacity, Last Stand, Resolve, Overgrowth, Bone Plating, just little things like that. And why I'm doing these kind of things, because I really want some lane dominance. I really do. And I think Bone Plating offers a ton of lane dominance. And a lot of my style is I don't really hit turrets. I didn't really want to go demolish on this route, but I do farm a lot. I farm a ton. Like I said, if you get a chance to watch my stream, I actually had a game earlier today where I had 300 CS at 23 minutes. That's got to be a record, right? I mean, I might look on YouTube after this and see if there's like some kind of person who's gotten more CS than that, but this isn't a ranked game. Again, versus, I think it was Plat 2s in that game. All Plat 2s, I had 300 CS at 23 minutes. Because I'm pretty much duo jungle. I'm taking their entire top side farm. Like, none of my jungle camps. No, I'm only taking theirs. So their jungler is down 4 levels to my jungler because I have been taking all their stuff and there's no catch-up experience to get them back in the game. All right, so I really think once my style of play starts getting out there, I think a lot of people are going to abuse this. But like I said, I'm going to release this video very, very soon, pretty much going over the build itself. But if you want to see it earlier, like I said, come by the stream today or tomorrow. Whenever you see this video, just come by and I will show you guys this strat. It's pretty nuts. But anyways, guys, this is kind of what I'm doing. Like, I'm still testing a lot of things out. I do like this tree. I do also like the inspiration tree of going Cosmic Insight and Magical Footwear. The only issue I have with this one, and I think this one scales better, no doubt about it, because again, 45% CDR. It's so nice. It's so nice to have 45% CDR, but it doesn't give you that lane dominant thing. So it might take a while to get going, which is not really what we're trying to do. We're trying to harass that jungler ASAP. So having like just bone plating, which I think is really, really good, because every time I trade you, you can literally negate so much damage, and it's up every 45 seconds, which is like, shoot, that's like every other trade, every 3 trades, bone plating's up. So very good. And then Overgrowth, you can always, like I said, Overgrowth, you can always switch off with like Revitalize, possibly go Demolish, but like I said, it's It's a work in progress. Season 10 just started. I've only got 100 games in about a week. So let's keep grinding and see what we can actually finish up. But yeah, guys, that's probably it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. Try it out. Give it a shot. Sanguine Blade Hype Train is awesome on a lot of champions. I just don't know if Renekton is that champion. All right, guys. Well, anyways, comment down below what you liked about this video. If you want some more videos like this, again, these full commentary kind of videos. And like always, boys, have a great one. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces, boys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell down below to get notified when the next one's released. Check out this video where I try out the new Season 10 lethality items on Renekton. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Deuces, boys.